When I spoke to the worker at the Commission's Office for Human Rights, she said the same thing, that having a jerky boss is not illegal, and that because it's not based on a protected class, that there was not much that she could do. Like, don't get me wrong, like the lawyers wanted to help me, she wanted to help me, but it had to fall under a protected class in order for them to investigate and do anything about it. But she did take the complaint, she stamped it, and she put it on file. So they do have it, it is on file, and the complaint against the store manager and all the harassment, bullying, cyberbullying, abuse, all of that, they do have it on record. At that point, the only reason why I was there was because I really liked my schedule. Like, that was the only good thing about that job. Once my safety was threatened, that schedule wasn't worth it to me anymore. It didn't mean anything to me anymore. I went to work between June 26th to July 19th, which was the day that I got fired, hoping every single day that the owner or the store manager fired me. Like, I was hoping to get fired. At that point, I was like, I'm not the only one with options. They have options too. The owner and the store manager, they have options too. It's just that my option will benefit me. Their option would have cost them. Who wants to go to work like that? Who wants to work in that kind of environment under those conditions? How management treats their employees is important. It matters. And it was her job, whether she liked me or not, whether she had an issue with me or not, to make sure that I was safe. It was her job to provide me with a safety work environment free of harassment and bullying, cyberbullying, psychological abuse, all of it. That was her job. I don't care what your title is, what your position is, how much money you make, how many houses you buy, how many restaurants you own. It does not give a person the right who is in a position of leadership to misuse and abuse their power. These managers forget that, okay, you have the title, but all you did was take on more responsibility for more money. But you managers, all of you also have bosses that you need to report back to. You are still an employee and you are still like the rest of us. You are not above us, you are like the rest of us, except you have more responsibility for a little bit more money. So my first step was having a meeting with her to try and get to the root of whatever issue she had with me and to try and work it out. When I saw that that wasn't going anywhere, I went ahead and sent the grievance letter to reported@subway.com so that at least it's on file. Then when I saw that they didn't want to do anything and that the owner just didn't care to do anything, I went ahead and filed a grievance against the store manager with the Commission's Office for Human Rights. So when I came home that day, and I realized that nobody couldn't do anything, I dug my heels in the ground and I said, if they really don't want me there, they are going to fire me. I am not going to quit. Quitting is not an option because I live in Rhode Island and it is a at-will state. So they are going to fire me. Once my safety was threatened, that was the point of no return for me, because now that is mental abuse and that mentally stressed me out, because when I used to leave to work in the mornings, I always looked over my shoulder. I checked underneath my car. I didn't know if these girls, my former coworker, were gonna come and try and beat me up. My parents, out of fear for my safety, took me to work for an entire week because they were scared that those girls were gonna come and try and beat me up. My fiance got scared, and out of fear for my safety as well, he would walk me down to my car in the mornings because he didn't know if these girls were gonna try and beat me up. That mentally stressed everybody out, including me, because the store manager gave Maddie my phone number. So in my mind, what else is she capable of? And her daughter worked there. So her daughter could easily go into her office and get my address. So to end this video, I was not safe anymore. That's it. On to the next video. Mwah.